What's up? It's Goody Drew. Sometimes I feel insecure that I have my face on camera, and I know it's kind of bad, but you know what? I don't want to overthink it. Fuck that. Talk about it another time. What the hell was that? Anyway, I actually re-recorded this video many times because, I don't know, I guess like I always have to overthink shit. But I finally decided I'm gonna speedrun it, and I'm gonna talk about, actually, speaking of speedruns, I'm gonna talk about video games. Specifically old video games. Specifically old Nintendo games. I got, fuck, what was it? I got, Nintendo Switch Online. I would say thanks to one of my friends because he got me the gifts, but I'm sorry. I'm just gonna hit you with the cold water now, bro. They didn't work. I don't know why. We'll talk about it later. Doesn't matter, though. The gift cards didn't work, but yeah, I still got the Nintendo Online, and I'm playing the old games, and it's something I just remembered, is that, goddamn, those old games are freaking hard, you know? Like, even some of the best. You got Joe and Mac 2, freaking Prehistoric Man, Jelly Boy. Those games were hard. Those fucking classics. Obviously, I'm joking when I'm talking about those trash-ass games. Who the fuck plays Jelly Boy, man? Like, what the fuck? But that's for another day. Alright, what I want to talk about is, goddamn, those old games are so hard. And what pisses me off is I think I've done research a little bit, where I've seen, like, videos of people that played it in the olden days, or, like, what it seemed like olden days, like, as if it's the dinosaurs or whatever. They were, like, really good at it. Like, what the fuck? Like, it's like it was normal, dude. I remember I was playing freaking Dig Dug, or whatever the hell. And, like, I thought I was cooking. I legit, because, like, there's a feature in, like, the game, or I guess Nintendo Online, expansion pack, or whatever it's called, where you can, like, reload. And I was, like, able to do that, where I was almost to get a perfect score. And I was grinding that for hours. I felt so proud. And I remember, like, I don't know why, I guess I had a flashback where it's, like, someone with a big score, of Dig Dug. I think it was the same Dig Dug from Stranger Things, specifically Season 2. So I go there, I'm like, no way they beat that score. They probably thought that their score was really good, but I thought mine was perfect because I reloaded so much times. And theirs was, like, freaking, like, bigger than mine. It was, like, 10 times, dude. I can't remember. Mine was, like, 100,000. There was, like, was it in the millions or 700,000? I was like, how the fuck? How the hell? And then, like, I don't know. That was just Max, the character of Stranger Things. And then you got freaking Dustin, who said was to be really, like, good at it, but I also think he wasn't the best. So, like, I don't know. Those are just movie, TV tropes. I don't know if that's realistic or not. 80s people, please tell me. But, like, goddamn, what the hell? Another thing, like, Mario Bros. I remember, like, I hate it because there's 3 freaking lives. I can't even find the fucking 1-ups. I have to reload so many times. Sometimes it's like I press the jump button and it doesn't even freaking jump. Other times it's like, I don't know. It's glitchy sometimes. It's kind of hard to control. And it's so annoying. And I feel like, I don't know, many people think it's so easy. I've seen reviews on it where people are like, back in the 80s, everyone loved it because it was so easy, it was so fun. What the fuck are you talking about? How is that shit easy, dude? You know what, I get the meme where people are like, I'm sorry, Mario, but our princess is in another castle, because goddamn, dude, when I played that game, that was annoying. I knew they were gonna say that a lot because of the meme, but I didn't know they were gonna do that 8 fucking times. 8 times. Bro, like, are the developers trolling you or what? Like, that's what it feels like. And you know what's even weird? I remember this was like last year when I like had the game. Like, I only like completed it by using the rewind thing. And I had like rewind hundreds of times maybe. Maybe that sounds like an exaggeration. Maybe I'm a bad player. Who knows? Who cares? But goddamn, that took me kind of long to complete. And I was like, that is really hard. What the hell? How did they expect kids to do that? Especially since, like, they probably did this in arcades where they had to pay literal money. I mean, it was 1 cent, but goddamn, like, I don't know, man. To me, it just seems, like, freaking crazy. So, yeah, that made me mad. And then I recently realized that apparently you could actually play from where you left off the entire time in Mario. I can't remember, you had to press 2 buttons. I can't even remember the buttons you had to press. It's like they made a freaking code, like a freaking cipher code. You had to like decode or whatever just to like get to it. Obviously that's an exaggeration. Just to like restart from where you left off. But I don't think anyone would know that. My guess is maybe they had that in the manual or something, and I guess that makes sense actually now I think about it. That's just my guess. But, like, I don't know. Still, in my opinion, I feel like it's better if you put that in the game. But, like, games just came out back then. But, I don't know. like, the fact it's hard is crazy, but what I find crazier is that when you look at reviews, or from what I find reviews on it, is how people act like it's so fun, it's so easy, and how, like, almost everyone they know beats the game. Like, how the fuck? Like, no! Whoa! I don't know, man. That's just me, and I feel like, I think these same people are pretty much why we have extreme speedrunners. I feel like most of the really good speedrunners we have now are just grown-up versions of kids that had to play games that were like hard, or in my opinion hard, because I feel like if I walk in a room full of kids from the 80s and say that Mario Brothers was like extremely hard, they're gonna be like, dude, are you freaking dumb? Are you just bad? Dog, I'm not bad. I thought I was crazy for doing that. I tried asking my other like families, that like some people from my family that play games too. They agreed. They were like, this is crazy hard. And I'm pretty sure I'm not the only one. Like, I don't know, man. It just felt like a little unfair in that way. I remember Ocarina of Time is one of my favorite games, but goddamn the puzzles. I remember when I was young, I thought they were impossible. When I was young, barely, I was literally just 13. Now I'm starting to realize, okay, I could actually figure it out. The puzzles are actually more obvious, but like I'm like almost an adult now, and I feel like that's kind of worrying because like wasn't this game like intended for like like kids, tweens, teens? Like I don't know, man. And I feel like I can't think of a 10-year-old that would figure out some of the puzzles. Or I don't think they could. I don't know, man. I can't tell if that one was just me being stupid or if it actually was just extremely hard. There was one part in Ocarina of Time. I think this was easy. I saw like videos talking about how easy it is to like get this little heart piece, and like people are like, "Oh, you made it really easy. Thank you. Oh, this part was really fun." I remember having hell, and how I remember it is like there was like a freaking, what was it, like a cuckoo chicken or whatever, and I guess I don't know how they figured it out. Maybe if I replayed and got to that part, maybe I'd see it now. But back then I thought it was impossible. How would you know? But apparently there was a heart piece on, like, I guess one side of like this building. But you can only enter there by going through a secret room that you only can reach by flying with a cuckoo. And back then I was like, how did you figure that out? Now I'm thinking, okay, I guess I can see it. Maybe I'm not going to get into the details of how someone can use their logical reasoning to figure it out, but whatever. That's not the hard part. Even once you know the instructions you had to do, it was freaking impossible. It made me want to freaking scream. I wanted to throw my controller in the air. I wanted to freaking break. I wanted to break it, dude, because I was like, why? And then everyone's acting like it's so easy. Like, what the fuck? It's not easy. So it's about time I explain what this mission, not even mission, side quest, whatever this fun little stupid game was to get this dumb heart piece. Now, first of all, for people that haven't played Ocarina of Time, a heart piece is what you need to get a heart, and I guess if you have like 4 heart pieces, I think that's what they're called, you get a full heart so your health goes up. So you like do fun little games like to collect heart pieces. So on this one game, I guess it's on like one side of a building that you can only go through by flying with a cuckoo, which is like a chicken. So to get there, there's a little unfinished building. I believe it's like you walk up the stairs and there's like a little unfinished building. It's kind of like a balcony, just a little, just wood or whatever. Not even a balcony. I don't know if that's the right word, but it's just beams, wooden beams. And I guess that's the perfect height for you to be able to jump and glide with your little chicken to the little secret room in the corner for you to get the heart piece. And for me, I don't know like where you found the hints that you had to do all that, but even if you know that, that wasn't the hardest part. First of all, you had to like catch the cuckoo or the chicken, right? And what I find really hard is that the chicken or the cuckoo, they're always fucking running away. You could like run after them, and then when you press A to catch them, they literally turn around. So then you have to do the whole thing all over again. But then when you do that, they start running away, and the next thing you know, they despawn. So you have to find them all over again and do the whole shit. And even once you get them, even once you collect them, the hard part is that you have to get on the freaking little beam at the top. You have to, like, go a few steps to get there. So first, once you have the chicken in your hand or whatever, you have to, like, put it onto the beam so you can glide. And I think there's, like, 2 little steps. Once you walk up the stairs that you normal stairs, there's like 2 little big blocks, so you have to throw the cuckoo there. And you only have like a second or so to get back on the block and pick up the cuckoo. So I would do that. I throw it. But then when I throw it too far, so now I have to collect the cuckoo. Okay, so I move back just a little bit.
I barely throw it. I have to collect the cuckoo again. And sometimes the cuckoo despawns. Alright, let's do that again. I throw the cuckoo, I get it perfect. Alright, now I try to climb the wall. But because it's an old game, apparently you have to be in a specific angle to press A and climb the wall. So instead, I freaking just roll into the wall, bonk, and I have to do it all over again. And that took me so many tries. And the moment I got it right, and I was finally there in the same area as the chicken, I couldn't even pick him up. It's like, I don't know. I feel like Ocarina of Time had this function where it's like you had to be a little bit away from the chicken to pick it up. Because, like, the space was very small. So I can't pick up the chicken because then Link just does this. He does this and picks up nothing. So the chicken just runs away and you have to do the whole thing all over again. And if you think that's really hard, because, you know, you have these specific angles, like specific positions or whatever the hell, there's another block you have to throw it onto. So you throw it on that block and then the next block. And even once you get all that, that's not the hardest part. You have this little balcony. You have to walk on the balcony, go to the side where the little door is, or I guess like, and then you just kind of glide there. But there's one problem. There's a big fucking fat carpenter-ass Mario fucking looking dude that's running on the freaking beam. And he pushes you off. He pushes you off. Dude, it was so annoying. I remember, like, after, like, I don't know, what felt like years of, like, trying to get the chicken on the goddamn freaking wooden beams. The moment I got on the wooden beams, this big-ass fat dude would just start running, and then he just push you off the beam. So you have to do that all over again. And you know what's crazy? When you talk to him, you know what he says? He says he's a carpenter. And he says that his job is to finish the building, but he doesn't feel like finishing the building. What the hell do you mean? I feel like finishing the building, but I just don't want to. Alright, press B to get out. Pushes you off the freaking beam. Oh my god. Now, he doesn't, like, do the animation push. He's just running, but he's so freaking fat that I guess his fucking force was so powerful, a power scale to the moon, and it's able to, like, freaking repel you like a freaking magnet across the like, the little wooden beams. So if you're, like, running, if you're, like, on the beams, he's, like, running supersonic speed, and I guess his force is so powerful that it just freaking makes you launch backwards, and you have to do the whole thing all over again. And it's so annoying, because I think, from my memory, this dude was crazy fast. He was crazy fast. I swear to God, this fat dude on the wooden beam, from my memory, is faster than Link. That's how I remember it. Like, slightly faster. So, like, even if you got him, like, a little bit away from you, you have enough time. He's, like, freaking running, and it's like it's like his main mission is just to push you off the freaking beam and just make you mad. And I remember it took me hours to get it. I don't even know if I did. I think I got it. I don't even know. I remember I was, like, crying with tears once I finally got the freaking heart piece. And all of that was over a freaking stupid minigame because a guy kept pushing you off the fucking beam, bro. I remember I looked that up with a video. And in the video, the comments were like, thank you so much. That made this so easy. How the fuck did that make this easy, bro? Like, oh my god. I feel like, ugh. There's another part in the same game, Ocarina of Time, that pissed me off. I remember you have to race this running guy, right? Now, I guess for anyone that's played the newer Zelda games, like Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom, I guess there's mini games, and even other games that aren't Zelda, where you like have to race dudes that are like, I'm runners, I'm a professional runner, you can't beat me, or whatever, but they're an NPC. So you run, and then you're like way faster than them, alright? So here's what happens. When you meet this guy, from my memory, you meet him on Gerudo Canyon. And then when you meet him, he's like, alright, you ready to start the race? You're like, sure, let's go. And then he's like, alright, step out the door. I'm going to step out the door at the same time. And when you do that, the race is on. So you step out the door, and he's already gone. Nowhere to be seen. In the Gerudo Canyon, the Gerudo Valley, it's like, he also walked out. You see a timer starting, showing that you have to get to, like, the Lost Woods or something. Or Kokiri Forest, I believe. And the timer already started, but this running man is already gone. So it's like, okay. So I run there, you know, assumingly that you had to run. But then apparently I fail, and it's not enough time, and it says you're way too slow. So I have to restart, and I'm like, what? Was I running fast enough? No. Apparently you had to use your fucking horse. Like, dude, you had to use your horse to beat this man. And I couldn't even beat this man. So I was like, okay, apparently I have to use my horse, which is Epona, which is like supposed to be the fastest horse in the world of that world in Zelda. Like I believe in the world, I think they said Epona is like the fastest one here out of everyone. So you're literally have to ride the fastest horse, and even the fastest horse can't beat this man. And you know what's crazy? I'd have to ride my horse all the way from like Gerudo Canyon to like freaking Kokiri Forest. I'd even like make shortcuts by just jumping over things that you can't go over if you're just running. And I couldn't beat him. I remember doing that like 10 times. And you know what happens when you get to the freaking forest? You see him there. And he's like, huh, huh, huh. Nice try, but you're too slow. And then you see him run away. But when he runs away, he runs at like the speed of light. He's like, huh, well, looks like I gotta go. He runs like so fast. Like, if I could show a video of it, I literally would. If you just look up like Ocarina of Time running, racing the running man and like the part like with the force. Ocarina of Time running man game failed or whatever, you see that he runs at the speed of light. Like, no wonder I couldn't beat this guy, even by using my freaking horse, who's supposed to be, like, super fast in this world. Like, what the hell? Like, how do they expect kids to beat this dude? I feel bad for children that had that, and I'm pretty sure that we have way more privileges to play games than we did. I mean, we have that now than we did back then. I feel like parents are much more accepting. I'm pretty sure back in, like, the 90s or whatever, you probably barely have any time to do it because parents wouldn't be okay with that. It was a new thing. No, not too much screen time. That's my idea. And I feel like, how the heck did kids with not barely any screen time do that? I remember I saw someone talk about how they had an hour every day to play like Zelda, and they had like so much fun because their mom was so nice to give them an hour. And I was like, how the hell? They said, oh, I beat it in a few weeks. How the fuck did you do that? How did you beat Ocarina of Time an hour every goddamn day? Only in a few weeks. Man, I don't want to sound like I'm bad at the game. Maybe I am, but goddamn, because some of the things that I had to try to do in the game was just unthinkable, and I feel like if I bring that out like in a forum, people are gonna be like, it's because you're a new kid and you just don't understand. Alright, bitch, you're right. I don't understand. I don't understand why the hell they made it so goddamn fucking hard. Did you see that man run faster than the freaking horse? He was running twice as fast as the horse, who's supposed to be like the fastest horse. The fastest a horse is gone from my memory. You don't want to sound like a nerd. It's like, what was it, 40, 50 kilometers an hour? Technically speaking, if this guy was like twice as fast as my horse or something, he'd be like 100 kilometers an hour. Do you hear me right now? That guy was running, like, that's just my, like, estimation. But, like, how the fuck did you beat that? And then, don't get me started on the old story games where if you die, you have to restart from the very, very beginning. I don't know, man. I feel like you never see me this mad, but, like, I could vent about this forever. But, yeah, man, like, fucking old games, like, I love old games, but sometimes I just don't understand how they expect some people to figure out the puzzles or just beat the levels. Yeah, that's all I have to say. Goody out.